Hey YouTube, it's MIgardener again. Time for the end of week 13 update. So, I finally have my cantaloupe sprouting. My cantaloupe all in there. I just threw a bunch of seeds in there, and when they come up I'm going to separate them. Here's my tomatoes. Doing really good finally. I was kind of worried. They were turning a little white on the tips and stuff, but they're finally coming back. It was just a little nitrogen deficiency, that's all. And look at this bed of green. I don't know if you can see that as well as I can, but you can't even hardly see the tin foil below. It's just completely shut out by plants. And then you come over here, and there's the basil coming back really well. We picked some off to make some pizzas, and it's coming back really great. And all over here is the peppers, the bells, the jalapenos, the habaneros, the pepperoncini, the the colored bells, wow, I have so many. I don't even remember how many peppers I have. I think I have probably 13 types of peppers. Here is the snake gourd. It's doing really great so far. I mean, last week it just had its one little set of seed leaves, and now it's got its first set of real leaves, and it's putting out another set of real leaves. So it's also putting out a little tendril that I'll have to clip off because I don't want them climbing around in my grow room over here. But then over here is I put a pumpkin seed in there. It's a giant pumpkin, and that's coming up really great already. And that's only been 3 days, and it's already like that. So I'm thinking that's probably better than it should be, because usually it takes about a week for my pumpkins to come up. But here's the bells. Still nothing coming up. I had a couple flowers, but see, they fall off really easily. That's probably just because light or whatever. But here is my pink Brandywine. I gotta step back to get how tall this one is. Oh my goodness. And the weird thing is, it's not coming up with any suckers right in the crooks of these. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. I'm just going to grow it as tall as it can get, I guess. I'll take whatever I can get. No problem. Here's all the other tomatoes. Getting really tall as well. This one is also a pink Brandywine. And then over here are the Ace 55 cherry tomatoes. Ace 55, they're a hybrid. I don't exactly know. They're like a mix between a beefsteak and a cherry. And then here is my McDonald's Delight. It's growing so tall. Look how good this thing's doing. I can't even describe how good this thing is doing. It's green as heck. It's sturdy. It's firm. It's great. I just got them in this window. I'm not even growing them through grow light. Then I also have another McDonald's Delight somewhere that I wanted to show you that's doing really great. Oh yeah, right here. These McDonald's Delights are doing better than all the other kinds of tomatoes. It's weird. Celery doing really great. Forgot to show you that. Celery's doing amazing. Super healthy. Eggplant. The eggplants are doing amazing as well. They're liking that extra little bit of light from the window. I got the window right there, so I get light that comes in when it's south, because it's a south-facing window. Coming down here, I finally have some more sprouts. Down here is some cilantro. Cilantro's right there. Then I have golden sunrise tomatoes, and those are lettuce, little lettuce sprouts. So, and then those are the purple cabbage. And what else? Back there is just some more peppers and a couple more lettuce and some celery and whatnot. Wow. I'm going to take you outside after I show you these plants. I moved them into this window after I saw how good the window plants were doing, and they're doing just as well. I'm amazed at how good these window plants are doing. These are the Marigolds, the African Marigolds, and this is a grafted tomato plant. I grafted it myself. It's a cross between a cherry tomato and then I grafted it with a aroma. So I'm gonna see how this turns out. I've never grafted a tomato plant before, and I got it. I'm amazed. See, I cut it right there, and that's where I put in the cherry tomato, and it merged well. I'm so surprised that it merged that well. And you can't even see it anymore. There's a little scar there for a little bit where I put the two together, and I don't know what's gonna happen. I've heard that grafting tomatoes is an art form, but I got it. I'm amazed. I still don't even understand how that came back so well, and it's growing tall. It's probably the tallest one. Then my peppers are huge as well, and they're doing really good. They're just putting out another little set of flowers and stuff in there. So I'm going to go outside. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to take a little walk through the house. There's a little tour you guys probably haven't seen yet. This was my sister's room before, and yeah. So out here is this empty patio that we never use because the floorboards are a little rotted and stuff. It's an old house built in the early 1900s, and so we're going to put plants out here. We're going to put some pots. Probably I want to try to run some peas along that fence, that little post fence right there. Run some peas all along that right there, and then I'll probably have some just like tomatoes all in there and whatnot. So I'm gonna have quite a bit of stuff going in here if my parents let me, but I don't know if you can see the beds way out back there or not, and it's just beautiful out right now. So I'm gonna go show you that, and I'll get back with you. I almost forgot, before I go outside, I'm doing two little pineapples like Ray Browning does. I'm also trying a new little experiment, and it's with celery. Basically, I got a celery plant from the store, or a celery stalk from the store, and I'm going to try to regrow some roots, because as you can see, there's little roots along the edge that they missed, and I don't know if you can see that right there. It's a little blurry, but that is a root that's coming off that, and I'm hoping that I can get it to regrow roots. So now we're gonna go outside, and we're gonna see what's growing on outside. Alright, we're outside, and everything's growing up really well. I got tons of plants over here, and it's all coming to life. Down here is the black-seeded Simpson. I gotta thin some of them, but when the seeds are so small, they're almost impossible to put in accurately without bunching them up. And then if I come over here, all these are beautiful radish seeds coming up. They're looking really healthy and really great. I am so happy that they came up so nicely, and some of them are thicker, like right in there, they're thicker. I gotta thin some of them out. But over here is some Brewing Compost Tea. I have 1 cup of brown sugar. Brown sugar is also used if you don't have molasses. Brown sugar has molasses in it. That's what makes it brown. So I just threw a couple cups of brown sugar in there, and then I'm brewing some pure compost tea with some rabbit manure. I was not going to shut the camera off because it's so beautiful, and it's just, everywhere you look is just the most beautiful sight ever. These plants, the name escapes me, but I know they're very rare to Michigan because they hardly ever reproduce, and they're very, very, very tender. They, oh, I forgot the name, but we're very lucky to have a couple that keep coming back up year after year, and they've never died off on us. So if I get the name, I'll put it up in the description. We got all our raised beds made. We're going to be getting 4 more hopefully. That'll bring us up to 12. And here is the broccoli. The broccoli is doing really great. The cauliflower is doing okay. It's not as big as I would hope. As you can see, all of them are, there you go. All of them are just kind of short. That one's doing fairly good over there, but it's just, it's not as good as I would hope. Not as good as the broccoli, at least. But coming over here is the onions, and the onions are just, the onions are mammoth already, and I put them in maybe a month ago, and maybe not even that. I don't really know when I put them in. Down here is the radishes, all up along there. Got radishes coming up all along that little raised bed right there, and watermelon radishes are coming up as well. I don't know if you can see those sprouts right there or not, but they're all coming up really great. And potatoes. The potatoes are just taking, oh gosh, sorry about that. I just twisted my ankle. So aside from that, these potatoes are just taking off. They are, oh my goodness, I've never seen potatoes grow this fast. They, within 1 week, like I said on my how to make raised beds cheap video, this was after 1 week, and that's 1 week of growth. So they are just really loving this full sun and the compost and manure that I put in there. Back here, you can see the summer lilies are coming up really great. And take out the little gate guard there, and so far we have a couple sprouts coming up. We buried the Tom Thumb lettuce a little bit deeper than we'd wanted, but here I'm gonna zoom out and I'll try to focus. I'll be right back. But okay, there we go. We're back. I have to shut off the camera to focus. It's weird, but right there is the Tom Thumb lettuce that's growing really good. Over here is the bok choy. That's all coming up really nicely. There's a spot right there. And then, oh sorry, that's not the bok choy. This is the Tom Thumb. This is the Tom Thumb lettuce. That is the black-seeded Simpson. So what you just saw was the black-seeded Simpson. This is the bok choy, which is also coming up very well. Right there, and right there, and right there. It's just all along here, it's growing really good. Then the kale. Oh gosh, I gotta zoom back out again. I'll be right back. I'm sorry about this. I gotta get a new camera. Okay, so the kale, all doing really good. As you can see, just really taking off finally. Got that nice curled leaf finally coming around. And there is the other kale. That's a blue curled Scotch kale, and this is the regular kale. As you can see, this kale is not doing as good as the blue curled Scotch. Maybe it might be a more cold resistant strain or something, but no big deal for me. Kale is kale, so I'll take it however I get it. Then here is the iceberg lettuce. Some sprouts coming up. Really happy about that. I'm glad everything's coming up really nice. Another couple sprouts right there. And some more sprouts right there. So that was the end of week 13 garden update. Hopefully I'll be putting some more stuff over there where we don't have the little hills, but we'll be putting some more stuff in, so just you wait and we'll be recording. And hopefully someday we're just gonna have a giant plant day where we don't talk in front of the camera, we just plant all day and get some good stuff in the ground growing, and hopefully we'll be harvesting some greens pretty soon as well. So I will talk to you later, and stay tuned for next Wednesday's weekly quick tip. It's a good one, and I will be back with you later. Thanks for viewing, and remember, as always, remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Bye.